Hi everyone, welcome back to another one of my cryptocurrency update videos, and I just want to say thanks for all the support. And someone called Crypto Devil on Twitter, thank you for your nice comment. They just suggested to cover Trias and some other coins, so I've got some extra time today before I head to work, so let's look at Trias, guys. Maybe I can, if you enjoy this, maybe I can make this one of my frequently covered videos. I'm going to start weekly, daily, and then 4-hour. I'm going to do a quick overview. I'm not going to long it out or anything, or try not to. I know what I'm like. I'm quite chatty. Anyway, so weekly time frame. So it looks like we have this kind of head and shoulders pattern. So shoulder, head, shoulder, and then if we find our neckline, so that's just finding the resistant points here. So we've got a neckline here, diagonal, and then just to get a target, you just want to go from top to bottom. Drag that to the breakout point, and we have broken out of this, so now we actually have a valid target, which takes us to $2.74. Obviously, if we do get down here, we're retesting these previous lows as well down here, so that if we could find a bottoming out structure here, then we could maybe start reversing our pattern. Obviously, the weekly time frame is so it's a big time frame, it's a high time frame, so we want to see positive outcomes on this time frame. Of course, heading down to here is quite negative at the moment. However, if once we get here, if we can form that bottoming out structure, W bottom or so on and so forth, then hopefully we can start reversing up and creating our uptrend again on the weekly time frame. Because obviously right now we're in an uptrend as well. So if obviously we're in this technical target, but if we can follow this trend line here and stop here on that support right now, start working our way up the stairs, and we're good to go. You know, we're in an uptrend on the weekly as of right now. You know, from here to here, that's up. We're also in a short-term downtrend as well. So we're heading towards this apex here at this one trend line, two trend line. Kind of creates like a ugly triangle pattern, if you will. So if we can see a break here, then we're good to go. We're changing the trend because we've broken out of that trend, retesting this for support to start our uptrend to carry on our uptrend on the weekly time frame, breaking out of this short-term downtrend. However, if we do break below this, hitting our head, that's when we're more than likely going to come down to this $2.76 target down here. Okay, so let's add some fibs on now. I'm just going to go from this swing low to swing high here. So if we do come down to this target down here, that brings us to the 1 fib level. Okay, so we'd have to hold this level here, this area at $2.48. If we were to come down to this one, maybe we can hit this, wick down, find a bottoming out structure to then continue. Obviously, not the greatest signs here, because we've just broken below the 0.618. So if we can get back above the 0.618, back above the 5, we're good to go. And we can get above our 20 moving average, and you know, that's when we can start thinking that our trend is going to change. However, as we're below the 0.618, this 20 moving average may come down, and we may hit our head on that, which would then bring us down to the 1, meeting this technical target here. So that wouldn't be unheard of. That is something that we know is going to happen. If we break key levels, we're going to go to the next key level down here. So there's nothing to be worried. Great buying opportunities down here as well. Obviously, it's not financial advice. I hope you'd all know that. Certainly not financial advice at all, okay? So that's the weekly time frame, guys. Let's move on to the daily time frame now. Lovely. And on the daily time frame, so that's our head and shoulders target here. So that's just on the weekly time frame, but we're just going to keep it there for now. So we're in a range right now. We found an area range. We've got a lot of, you know, doji candles. So that just means there's indecision in the market in these times, and that's why we're like sideways moving. We're in this sort of symmetrical triangle pattern heading towards the apex, so we're going to have a forced breakout soon, whether that's to the upside or the downside. Obviously, we're above all of our moving averages, so it's more likely than not going to be to the downside. So we can find a shorter term target for that. If we break above, we're getting above the 20, we're heading to $6.76, okay? If we're breaking to the downside, our target's $4.61, so really we're waiting to see what's going to happen here. We have to wait basically a couple of days, maybe we'll break out of this. We'll have to see. These moving averages may start coming down, hitting our head. Obviously, if you do break above the 20 and we go up to the 55, it's not all obviously it's a positive sign. If we do go to $8.13, however, we could get rejected here, because normally if you break this and you're in a downtrend, you're probably going to get rejected from the 55. Obviously, if we can get above that, that's amazing signs. Eventually getting back here, back above this trend line and heading back up again. So that's it on the daily, really, guys. I can add some fibs on, actually. Okay. So basically, I'm going to go from this low down here. There we go. Swing low to swing high to get our downwards targets. We're below the 1 at the moment, so that is also making me think if we do break out of this triangle, that target's just going to bring us back to hit our head on the 1. Okay, and when you hit your head on the 1, our next target is the 1618 down here at $2.51, which is pretty much around where our head and shoulders technical target is, $2.73. So there's a possibility that we definitely could see some area of support found over here. We've got the 1 fib level on the weekly that lined up here, the 1618 on the daily, and our technical target. So that's confluence to say to me that we could be seeing these levels. Obviously we can get stopped out here and here on the way down, but we have to wait and see if that happens. But at the moment, I think we're going to hit our head, may see some short-term upside to then fall down to the 1618, eventually finding a bottoming out structure there. Obviously I don't want us to see us come this low. I hope that I'm wrong saying that. I'm hoping that we can see some of these getting above the 1, getting above the 0618 again. That would be fantastic, because then you're invalidating the head and shoulders and starting an uptrend once again. So that's the daily time frame, really, guys. We'll have a quick look at the 4-hour now. So yeah, you can clearly see that we are just stuck in a range right now, stuck in this triangle pattern. Our 20 moving average, we've kind of been coming above, breaking below, coming above, breaking below, so it's kind of unsure in the market right now. Once we get a break out of here, that's when we can go into more detail. We can be a bit more confident on where the chart is going to go. Obviously, a breakout's going to be quite difficult because our 55 is lining up exactly where we would break to the upside, and that's an area where you're going to get rejected if you really don't want to go up. So obviously, if we do hit our head here, coming back to the 20, probably going to break out, hitting our head, and then reaching our target there. I suppose I can just add a little mini fib here because they're just cute. So right now, we're just above the 0618. So if we can keep holding above this 0618, you never know, we could become positive, getting above the 5, breaking out above the 55. But it's going to be quite a hard area to break out and find support here. But if we can, very, very positive in the short term. Anyway, breaking out, we're probably going to come to the 1 if we do break out, $5.29. So let me just go back to this price here. If we can hold $5.60, we're still above the 0618, so we're still positive short term. Lose this, head to the 1, lose that, head to the 1618 of $4.79. So yeah, that's kind of it for the 4-hour, guys, as well. I mean, I'll definitely will take another look at Trias if you would like, if that's even how you say it, Trias, if you'd like me to. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.